Sunday journey, Douglas Bickford here. Look at that water. Woohoo! Some pretty big waves out there. Wow. Beautiful. All going up on my video for my video journey, Sunday journey. If folks want to be part of that, just say I love you in the mirror. Say I love my inner child, and you will become one with the universe. Look at that. It's cool. Man, there's something majestic about that. Pretty big waves. Ah, they're really big, way out there. Okay, more later. Douglas Bickford. It is at 9:04 a.m. on the 28th of July, 2021. Now, I am on YouTube teaching self-esteem because it's been 9 months almost. I got out of a toxic relationship, okay, because I got into a toxic relationship. It was my fourth marriage. Because as a child, I was sexually abused by my father, along with one of the brother and four sisters. And when you get sexually, emotionally, and physically abused as a child, it takes away your self-esteem. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. It's also called self-love. It's also called self-confidence. If you don't have it's self-worth. If you don't have any self-esteem, self-worth, self-love, self-confidence, you can't love and you can't be loved, okay? And every relationship you get in will be unhealthy unless you love yourself first. We're being trained just the opposite via the social media, via the televisions, radios, newspapers, churches, every learning institution out there, that you have to love somebody before you ever love yourself. And it doesn't work that way. Before you ever get in a healthy relationship, you have to love you first. Now, I get all my information from a doctor of psychology. Her name is Susanna McMahon. She went to school between 8 and 10 years. She has a doctorate in psychology, which is, she knows how the brain works. She's a psychiatrist. She knows what she's talking about. This stuff doesn't come from Douglas Bickford. I learned everything I know from her. Okay, it's in the book, The Portable Therapist. It's in a link in the description of this video. You can get the book and read it yourself. There is one concept in there that will give you self-esteem on steroids, okay? It's called mirror therapy. And look at yourself in the mirror, and I got a little cat. Come here. This is Blue Boy. He's a cutie, isn't he? Are you cute? Are you a cute guy? Just a little kitten. Now, what you got to do to attain self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth is look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Say, I love my inner child. And what that will do for you is it will give you self-esteem on steroids. I kid you not. Don't tell anybody you're doing it. Just do it, okay? It will change your life, folks, and keep doing it the rest of your life, okay? Then get the book, The Portable Therapist, and then there's a lot of other concepts in there that will make you healthy-minded, okay? Then you can be just like this little kitten, running around all happy all the time with the Spirit of God living in this little guy right here. And you will have unconditional love just like this little kitten has. That's the way it works. Because contrary to what we've been taught, this little guy right here has the Spirit of God living in him. And he's going to live with us wherever we go, nobody knows. Wherever we go, he's going with us, wherever it is. And then we'll all be together, okay? We'll be together again. Yes, we will. And this is just one of my little cats. His name's Blue Boy. Okay, buddy, you got to get down because I got to do some teaching here. I love you. Okay, so do those two things. Don't tell anybody you're doing it. You can call Douglas Bickford. Once you start going through the change process, you're going to need somebody to support you, encourage you along the way. I can do that because I have attained self-esteem, self-love, just by those two simple concepts, saying that to me in the mirror, and I say it every day. The more you say to yourself positive, the more it will come true, folks. Never talk bad about yourself, whether you're in front of the mirror or not. Always say good things about yourself. We are exactly what we say we are. I got cats, little kittens running around all over the place. And that's why I keep looking around, because Abby's over there crawling on my... Oh, there she goes. Okay. I got another desktop sitting over there. Okay, anyway, that's how you can do it and attain self-love. Okay? It will change your life, folks. Get the book, The Portable Therapist, very cheap. You can afford it. You can call me at 458-232-5238. I will be your mentor when you start going through the change process. I've been going through it about 8 months. Left a toxic relationship 9 months ago. Found this book, The Portable Therapist, at my son's house when I showed up there, who is married to an alcoholic. He's in a toxic, very terrible situation, just like I was, with an abusive woman and alcoholic. I was with an abusive alcoholic woman that had all kinds of psychological issues. I lasted 3 years in that, 3.5 years in that marriage. And I woke up because one day she was going to kill my cat, Bullseye. She was going to declaw him, throw him out in the barn, not let him come back in the house, and he would have died. Declaw him, okay, throw him out outside at night and everything else. You wouldn't even have claws to defend himself. He would have been dead. I knew it too, because she already killed 2 of my cats. One she shot with a gun because I couldn't afford a vet bill, but I could have afforded it. But I listened to her because I had no self-esteem. Never happened to me again. I'll never get in a toxic relationship like that again. I've been clean and sober of addictive relationships. And you're a relationship addict. You can't be alone. Okay, I've been free and clear for 9 months almost. Never happened to me again because I can be alone now because I have self-esteem, self-love. And anyway, I'm not done with the relationships. I know the right one will show up. But she'll love herself and she'll have all her own things and she won't be living with mom and dad and blah, 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 because that's exactly what I married into. Anyway, so I'm going through chapter by chapter in the book, Affordable Therapist. Like, sub, and share. Like them, sub me, and share these very important videos. I'm making YouTube channel after YouTube channel. So wherever you find me, please sub whatever channel it is. And because I'm putting all these videos up in different channels on the internet so they get more views, so this very important message can get out to more and more people. Okay? Because it will change your life. All right? So I'm in chapter 21. It's called What is Self-Esteem? There are many definitions of self-esteem, and what they all have in common is the concept of esteeming yourself. This translates to loving yourself, respecting yourself, putting yourself first in very high regard, meeting your own needs. Self-esteem is a placement of yourself in very high regard. This means that not only love yourself, but that you act lovingly towards yourself at all times. The best and the simplest way to think of having self-esteem is to imagine that you love someone very much and that you're always pleased to see them and talk with them, that spending time with this person is what you most want to be doing, that you think of them lovingly and try to do things to please them. Your beloved is the most important person in the world to you, and you will do anything and everything so that they know this. Now, put yourself in the role of the beloved and act exactly the same way towards yourself. This is self-esteem. Okay, so you all know what I'm talking about. Let's put yourself in a position like you're just falling in love with somebody. That's what I started doing. You have to do that, folks. And then after you attain self-esteem by those two simple things to say in the mirror to yourself, if you do it, and if you keep saying it, then you will love yourself. The more you do it, the more you feel it, the more you believe it. And you'll start noticing a difference when you start getting around people. Okay. Loving yourself and taking care of yourself are the exact opposites of what we have been taught to think and do. She calls it taught. I call it brainwashed. Okay. We have been trained, brainwashed, to esteem others or external variables to measure our self-worth by what we have or how much we are loved. This is the definition of weak ego. Our worth and our esteem are dependent on something outside of ourselves, and therefore outside of our control. When we feel that our esteem is based on having someone else love us, or having the right job, or making enough money, or being successful, we are putting ourselves at a high risk for insecurity and eventual feelings of failure. So I've done it my whole life. And you have too. Most of you watching me out there. All things external to the self are temporary. They are not ours and we cannot keep them. Therefore, when we entrust our feelings about ourselves to these external variables, when we feel esteemed because we are loved or in the right place at the right time, what happens when things change and we lose our beloved ones or our job changes? Our feelings of esteem for ourselves go with the externals that are leaving us, and we are left feeling abandoned and depressed and without worth. This is crazy, even though it is the normal way of being. Everything changes to exclamation points. Why risk our esteem on something that's out of our control? Remember, we can only control our feelings about ourselves and our behaviors based on our feelings. If we choose to love ourselves and to behave lovingly towards ourselves, if we choose to have self-esteem, then we have control over ourselves. We do not have to risk losing our own self-esteem. The true test of self-esteem is to have everything go wrong for us, to have this crazy world turn upside down and to lose all the things we value. And to still love ourselves and to know that we are loved. To treat ourselves in the most gentle, nurturing, loving way when we are in difficulty or pain, just as we would treat another person who is hurting. This is having and practicing self-esteem. There it is in a nutshell, folks, what self-esteem is. You can all attain it. It's in your control by saying that two simple things in the mirror. And the other thing, get the book, The Portable Therapist. It will change your life. I am your mentor. Call me at 458-232-5238. And I will help you as you learn to love yourself and learn self-esteem. Because you need somebody there to talk to that has gone through exactly what you're going through. I've gone through it. I made it. I'm living the being model instead of the doing model now. I am not the same person I was 9 months ago when I left a toxic relationship. I'm not. And get in touch, folks. I'm the only one out here that can help you. I am the absolute only one on the internet teaching self-esteem and how simple it is to attain it. And you can all attain self-esteem. We can all attain it. You just have to look inside yourself and explore inside of you. And say I love you in the mirror and say I will love and nurture my inner child. We all have one. And it never goes past the 2-year-old level inside of you. It is the guardian of your emotional warehouse, all the bad that's happened to you. Your inner child is storing it and won't let you add it until you nurture it and say, I love you to your inner child. We all have one. You can't get away from it. That's the way it is. And nobody's teaching this one simple concept, mirror therapy. I learned it from a doctor of psychology. Okay. She's nowhere to be found. That's why I took over the position to spread her message all over the internet, as many places I can take it. Because it's so life-changing and it will fix your messed up life. It will. If you get self-esteem, you won't drink, you won't do drugs, you won't be with a narcissist, you won't be with a codependent, you'll get out of toxic relationships. And there's millions of you out there, billions of you out there that don't have self-esteem. Because nobody knows how to attain it, nobody teaches it, except for Douglas Bickford out here on the internet. Just a guy living in Klamath Falls, Oregon, a normal guy like you, that was sexually abused, physically abused, and emotionally abused pretty much my whole life. Because that's how I started off my life. Because once you are like that, then you will be around people that abuse you. That's what you attract, and that's what you're used to, and that's what you'll take. I've taken it all the way up until 9 months ago when I left her. I got woke up November 1st, 2020. I'll never forget the date. It goes down in history as one of my life-changing moments. Anyway, I'll have more later for you. Y'all have a great day out there. Douglas Bickford. Okay, I'm traveling in my Sunday journey today, which is the 25th of July, 2021. I'm traveling in my 2000, I believe it's 2002 Miata. How cool is that car? This is my life nowadays. Okay, now I'm in Gold Beach, Oregon. Now check this out. Look how cool this is. How beautiful is that water? It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, absolutely amazing. Look at those waves. It's windy here. Very windy. So it's making the waves big. Check it out. Look at all the flowers. I love the Pacific Ocean. Now there's a car down there on that beach. How peaceful the ocean is. I mean, not peaceful, but you know what I mean? That big old huge body of water just goes on for miles and miles and miles. Its finest right there. We'll have more. I will have more later for you on my Sunday journeys. I don't know where I'll be going next Sunday. This is my second time at the coast, so we'll see.